Okay, legends, welcome back to the channel with another Overlord, Lord of Nazarick video. And finally, after a long time, a decent character had dropped to the game, which is Honyopeyoko, or Mask Shalltear, or Shalltear, the white one, whatever you want to call her. Absolutely a beautiful unit. We were anticipating her. We got the news that she's gonna be dropped. She dropped on SEA and dropped on Global, so we're on the same timeline, so we can have this character and we'll be talking about her and describing every utility. Now, I'm not saying we didn't have good characters for a long time. I mean, we did have Zaryusu before, and I'm not saying Crush Lulu wasn't good, but Crush Lulu is super decent, but Zaryusu is a game changer and he's super meta. And now we have this character, absolutely fantastic. Now, if you don't know from the anime, her name is Honyopeyoko, as Ainz or Momonga called her, and gave her the name. She's absolutely beautiful, and she got a fight with Brain with the nail clipping. I will not spoil it all for you, just go and watch the anime. Absolutely beautiful, it's funny, you're gonna have a good time. Now, Shalltear or Priestess Shalltear, absolutely beautiful art. Now, we did get also, if you're gonna go and check, we did get her outfit as well, her skin. So we have the blue one, we have the red one. You and your luck if you get something. I love both of them are fine. Let's do the free one. We have a free one. Okay, we got something random. All right, did I save something for these? I think I saved 10. Where did you go and buy, Biga? I think I bought something from here before. Is it in the exchange? Is it from the shop? Where is it? Okay, so we can buy up to 5 for 6 days, limited purchase up for 5. I'm gonna buy them anyway, so I'm gonna do it later. It does not matter. This video is about her, not about her skin. But her skin also will add for you some points. I'll be doing everything. I will explain everything that will add CP for you or combat power on your total power on your account when I do the guide. I was waiting to do the guide. I was waiting for her because I want to include her also in the guide and talk how important she is, especially that we have her right now. So let's go and talk about her before our summons. By the end of the video, I'll be making massive summons. I need to get her to a certain point. I'll be talking why, and I'll explain what's the pivotal point for her to be there. Now, she's a great solid unit. Not so good on HP and defense, great on magical defense and on attack. Her speed is decent. She's not bad on speed. If you check her speed, if we're gonna go and max it out, it's by no speed points. We're gonna get her to 176, which is not the slowest, not the fastest, in between. She's a decent speed unit, which is good. If you get some like 2 stats of speed on her, that will be helpful. She will be a little bit speedy, so she can buff immediately right away, but you don't care about that. We'll be talking why, and I'll be explaining why is that. Her attacks are huge. Now you're gonna tell me a support, shielder, a buffer just like her, super high on attack. Yes, because she works on her attack and on her ER. Now her basic EP is 12%, which is decent, but we don't care about EP at all. I'll be explaining why. So first of all, we'll be talking about her captain skill. Yes, she dropped with a captain skill, solid character. I'll be explaining something here in a quick way because we're gonna dive into her passive and then I will explain everything. So captain skill at the start of the battle or when an ally gains a shield. So at the start of the battle, you're gonna gain whatever they told you. And every time they gain a shield, you're gonna get also what they tell you, okay? So keep that in mind. So they additionally gain a priority dispelled soul shield. What is that? This is a soul shield that is prioritized to mitigate damage and can be dispelled as well. So a buff that is prioritized for dispelling and absorb a certain amount of damage, equal to 60% of Shalltear's attack for 2 rounds. It can be dispelled and it can be removed by damage taken and not taken for your heroes. When soul shields dispelled or broken, this is the important skill of her reader skill, the bearer gains either evil spirit power or loyal soul power. So you have 2 ways to gain these buffs other than her skills, which is with the captain skill, so which is really great. Based on Shalltear's current state, soul shield does not stack, so we can have one time we have this soul shield does not stack. Now, how is it on her current state? We're gonna be talking about her. She starts with the evil state as well, and we're gonna be explaining how she shifts from there to there. So every round she shifts for the other power, and you can get both of the buffs, and I'll be explaining how, but it needs a little bit of investment. So evil spirit and loyal soul power, we're gonna talk about that in the passive. So let's jump into the passive immediately. The passive is the most important thing about her, and this is where I'm gonna talk a little bit and explain for you what you need to do. So twin loyalty increases attack by 12%. This is her passive for herself only. Shalltear enters either the following states, Evil Spirit or Loyal Spirit, and it increases the attack by 40, to 18%. So at level 4, you're gonna increase her skills. So let's say not it's 12%, it will be 18%, and she's gonna go into a state. So she starts the battle by Evil Spirit state and switches to the other state at the end of every single turn, unless she's under control, which will never happen. We're gonna be explaining that as well, especially if she's on her ultimate buff, Stillness of Soul or Soul Stillness. Absolutely beautiful character, by the way, and you will build her on ER. She's super hard to get controlled or frozen or stunned. Now, she starts with Evil Spirit. I'll explain it soon. Just hold on. Let me read all the description. When using active skill on an ally with Evil Spirit state, the target will gain Evil Spirit power that lasts for 2 rounds, stacking up to 2 times. Great, and these can't be dispelled, by the way. And when she's in, when Shalltear is in Loyal Soul state, the target will gain Loyal Soul power state for 2 rounds as well. And depending on what state she is and what she buffs them, they take different, these are different, and they will give them, one is offensive, which is the evil, one is defensive, which is the loyal. Now let's go and talk about them. So Evil Spirit, a mechanic effect that cannot be dispelled. This is only for Shalltear, Evil Spirit. Now when it says Evil Spirit power or Loyal Soul power, that's for the allies, not for her. Okay, but she gets it as well. She can have Evil Spirit, Loyal Spirit, Evil Spirit power, and Loyal Spirit power as well. We're going to be talking about that. This is a huge for her, by the way. So when using an active skill on an ally, any skill, first skill, second skill, or ultimate, on an ally, Evil Spirit state, when she's in Evil Spirit state, the target gains Evil Spirit power. When she's in Loyal Soul, she will give Loyal Soul power. Okay, both of them cannot be dispelled. Now, Evil Spirit power, when she gives it to the ally, and then when she gives it to herself, we're gonna be talking about that. Above that, increases attack by 10% of her attack, okay? So 10% of Shalltear's attack, and 50% of Shalltear's ER. So it will give you EP, 50% EP of 50% of her ER. So 10% of her attack will be transferred or buffed to your ally that will have Evil Spirit, and they will gain 10% of her attack to attack with damages, and they will gonna get 50% EP according to her ER. So two things that you need to keep in mind. You need to build her on ER, and you need to build her on attack. Or substats on attack, main set ER. Or main set attack, substats ER. Keep that in mind, okay? Do not... Now, you can build her on Vert Mari. I'm gonna be talking about how it's a cheeky way to play her, because the cooldowns are so huge on her, especially on her ultimate. Now, this effect changes to increase attack by 20% and EP by 25% when affecting Priestess Shalltear. So when she's gonna affect or buff herself on herself, and she's on evil power or evil spirit, she's gonna give evil spirit power to herself and double the amount of the attack on herself, so her attack will increase. This is a huge why, because when she shield you, her shield is according to her attack, so her shields will be buffed by her buffing herself with attack, so your shields will be crazy, okay? And she gives EP 25% by 25% to herself, not by 50%, which is decent, okay? Now, Loyal Soul Power increases defense by 10% according to her attack. So 10% of her attack will be transferred into defense to your allies, and ER by 50% of her ER, which is huge. If her ER is 100%, you're gonna get 50% of her ER. If her ER is 50% in total here, she's gonna give you 25%, because 50% is half of what you get, which is really huge. So build her on ER, try to get her to 100%, you'll be safe, you'll be golden, okay? So the effect changes when increase the defense to 20%, so she doubles the defense increase by her attack, and EP also, not ER, EP by 25% when affecting herself, so when she's buffing herself. Absolutely beautiful. Now there's another thing, okay? There's another thing, but this requires 5 stars. So you see it here, the condition is 5 star. So enter Soul Surround a state upon gaining Evil Spirit power or Loyal power. So every time she gains some of these states on herself, she enters Soul Surround. What is Soul Surround? So a buff increases ER by 10% and remove this state when or to block any inflicted debuffs. So whenever you take debuffs, she removes this buff on her. Now we don't know if this stacks or not, because they didn't say it stacks up or not. I need to test this out This is a preview for like, this is the, I opened the game and I saw her. Now I know her kit. We played her on different servers or on different clients, on different versions, but we don't know for sure because it was in Chinese. I couldn't translate it or understand it completely. So we're gonna test if this one stacks Soul Surround. We're gonna do it on bosses and something like that, and we're gonna understand it soon. 100% I'm gonna get this character. I'm gonna summon for her. So at level 2, you're gonna increase. This is everything that you're gonna upgrade the passive. And I highly recommend to get it to level 5. The passive and the ultimate, you need it at level 5. Why? We'll be talking about that. An ally buffed with Evil Spirit Power or Loyal Soul Power deals extra magical damage to 25% of Shalltear's attack when attacking enemies. Now, you might tell me, magical shenanigan, but we're playing physical. So, even if you're playing physical damage characters, this one registered just like the Crimson set. So, Crimson set, you apply even more damage after you finish your damages. So, you deal your damage, let's say you do 100% damage, you finish it, the set will give you a 10% or 20% extra damage. So, you deal an extra damage after the damage, but it doesn't crit. This one does not have the problem of it does not crit. It might crit if you have high crit rate on your character. So, even if you deal physical damage, you're gonna deal extra 25% of her attack as damage to the enemies, which is huge. It means every single one on your lineup, tank, not tank. So on counter team, she's a must right now because our meta is counter. If you play her as a counter, imagine you're countering, you're applying extra damage if you have Evil Spirit or Loyal Soul. Absolutely huge. Some people are sleeping on that, but I know that there's brilliant people that are smart. They're playing her on counter with brain, and she's absolutely dominating because every time they attack, they deal extra 25% attack of her attack, and her attack is huge. It means she might have even more attack than your carry, and this 25% might exceed the full damage of your carry. So this is how good she is with being a supportive character, especially on counter, chase, or assist teams, because they attack and they register with their chase or assist another 25% of her attack. Huge. As we said, her attack increases. Okay, at level 5, Evil Spirit Power and Loyal Soul Power stacks up to 3 times. No longer for 2 times. It says 2 times here, it goes to 3 times. This is the most important one. Why? 30% attack and 150% EP, 30% defense, and 150% ER. There's no way you're gonna get frozen, stunned, or any debuff on your lineup when you stack it to 3 stacks and can't dispel it. Absolutely huge. Is she a must-have? Yes, I would say a must-have. Is she like go all in, drain your account? No, like someone like me, I'm a fanboy for Shalltear, her theme, and Albedo. I love them so much. Whenever they have a character, I go all in. But I'm not telling you to go all in and do like me. For her, I would say the pivotal point is 4 stars. You can pull 1 copy of her. You can go and do the bonds, get 30 shards of her, and then you can go and do dispatch for 10 days. And here you go, you got her to 4 stars. And you can dispatch for like 3 more months on her, and you're gonna get it to 6 stars. That's what we did with Idol Shalltear. Idol Shalltear came to the game. I got 1 copy of her, all the bonds and the dispatches. Now I need only 60 shards of her. It means 1 more copy. This will take me a month probably, maybe a little bit less, and I will get her to 6 stars. So yes, do not panic. If you're free to play, you're like, I don't have a chance. Yes, you have a chance. Just get a copy of her, and most importantly, get her arc light. We'll be talking about that soon. So this is all for her passive. Great. Is that all? That's her passive. What does her skills do? Her first skill, absolutely beautiful. I love this when you have a skill that does something, because we see that the skills of the normal characters, you attack with them and they don't deal insane amount of, maybe attack down a little bit, maybe defense up, no, they don't buff, but this one will give shields. Now you can attack the enemies with this skill, or you can heal with this skill. Same like Crush Lulu, she can attack or she can heal. Same as like, I forgot his name, Baldy. He also attack or heal, which is really, really great. So Shalltear Soul Power can be directed to, at a single enemy or a single ally, which is good. When used on an enemy, deals magical damage equal to 100% of attack to the enemy. Now her attacks are high, so don't underestimate the auto attack from her first skill. You might hit somebody with the first skill and absolutely shred them with her attack. Okay, so keep it in mind. It's not like it's useless to use on enemies. No, it is good to use on enemies on some cases, especially if you have chase characters or assist characters that you want them to dish out more damages. Plus 25% of her passive as an attack on the enemies, which is huge. So keep that in mind. Do not be afraid to use her, to attack with her on her first skill. Now, her first skill also for the allies, if you need the shields, use it. If you don't, just attack with her, okay? Her attack are huge. When used on an ally, apply a shield equal to 150% of her attack for 2 rounds. Huge shield, by the way. You're gonna see that the shields cover the HP bar of your characters when you use her at max full potential, of course. Now, her passives. Let's talk about the passive. Hitting an enemy deals magical damage, apply a shield, blah, 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 until you get it to level 4. Level 4 on this skill, the first skill, is super important. Why? Because when you use it on your ally, you're gonna boost them by 10% on their turn meter. It means you speed up their progress for them to attack again, especially if you have units or you have a lineup or an enemy that will go absolutely before you with like 1% or something. You need to just push this character behind them so you can use this one and push them to the front and go and attack. Absolutely beautiful, actually. And at 5-star, it increases the shields again and the attack magical damage. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful so far. Her second skill, let's go and talk about it. Soul Exchange Pact. Now this one is super important. I want you to to think about it a little bit. Sometimes it can become dangerous to a certain extent, especially if you can dispel shields. We'll be talking about that, okay? So Shalltear signs a Soul Exchange Pact with an ally. And basically you want to do it with your carry, not with your tank. Unless you're like in a situation, I need the shields on my tank. Great. So the ally sacrificed 20% of their HP. She damages you with 20% of your HP, but it's not forever gone, okay? To a minimum of 1 HP. So if you're, let's say, 15% on your HP, she doesn't take 15% on HP and kills you. No, she leaves you at 1% or at 1 HP. And gain Soul Exchange Pact. She gives them the buff of Soul Exchange Pact for 1 round and a shield equal to 120% of Shalltear's attack plus 100% of the 20% HP sacrifice, or whatever HP percentage if it's lower than 20% sacrifice. So you're gonna get a thick shield with her second skill. Basically, she's gonna save somebody on your lineup. So far, I think there's 1 or 2 characters that can absolutely bruise through the shields and kill. But if she's so high on attack, I don't think the shields will get removed anyway. And this skill is on 2 cooldowns. It can go to 1 cooldown, okay? Which is huge. She can use her on a round. If you have Vert Mari set on the next round, you can use it again on another character. Or if you don't have Vert Mari set, you can use it on this round, use your ultimate next, use your second skill again, first skill, then second skill again. So you can skip 1 round and use it all the time. This is one of the very, very good skills in the game. Now, what is Soul Exchange Pact? It's a buff that stores HP. She's like a bank, okay? She just rent you. She borrows. You borrow from her a shield, okay? And you just give her the HP as she's like a loan shark. She waits for you when the shield is up, or after 1 round, she gives you back your HP. This is what you need to think about it. She's a bank, okay? So stores the HP drained by Shalltear, returns the drained HP when the duration ends, does not return if the soul exchange is dispelled. So if an enemy is playing with stripping your buffs or dispelling the buffs on you and they remove the soul exchange, she will not give you back your HP. She will keep it with her. Go buy a pair of shoes. This is how bank and loan sharks works. Good. This is how we talk about it. This is how her skills go. Okay. And now it becomes lasting for 2 rounds. I think. Yeah, it lasts for 2 rounds. The shield. Absolutely beautiful. It increases the value of the shields and the restoration. Huge. Effects of Soul Exchange Pact. Attacks from the ally with the buff nullify 15% of the target's defense. It means you're gonna negate 15% of their defense. This is why I'm telling you use it on your carry, unless you don't have it at level 5. So if you upgrade it to level 5, the second skill, you go to your carry, give him this buff, take HP from them, give them a shield, and tell them go and negate 15% of their or ignore 15% of their defense and hit them straight up, ignoring magical defense and ignoring physical defense. Plus, you don't need to forget, this one is also crazy, and why it's good. You ignore 15% and you hit with 25% of her attack. Where is it? On her passive. I think we read it here. Where is it? 25 magical damage extra. Okay, so this extra actually ignores the defenses if you attack with the unit that is buffed with the second skill. So basically, you're actually going and smacking them in the face when you do that. So give it to the carry if you can, if you get it to level 5. not on the now on the tank you do the extra damage, but on the carry it will be more and huge, and it will add up 25% of attack on magical for her. Beautiful. These everything you need to know about her skills. And now let's talk about the main skill for her, which is a 4-round skin. This is why 4-round skill, it means it's a huge cooldown for you, and this is why some people play it on Vertmari. I recommend, if you want to be a trolley or you want to be consistent and your RNG is good, you can play on Vertmari set. But I don't recommend it. I recommend different sets. I'll be talking about them. Okay, Stillness of Soul. What a beautiful name for an ultimate. Shalltear unleashes a terrifying ability that stills soul, the souls of the enemies. It grants a shield equal to 76% of Shalltear's attack to all allies, including herself. So she's buffing herself, right? It means she gives the 2 debuffs or the 2 buffs for herself as well. So, using the skill, Shalltear enters Stillness of Soul state for 2 rounds. This state cannot be dispelled. Absolutely beautiful. Now, what is Stillness of Soul? A mechanic effect that cannot be dispelled, untargetable, and control immunity. So you can't target her by attacks. You can't go and actually, even if it's an AoE attack, let's Zaryusu goes with his AoE, picks a target, the main target gets frozen and everybody gets the stacks, right? You can't actually target her for that, because she will not be targetable at all. And she has control immunity. It means you can't freeze her, you can't stun her, you can't taunt her, you can't charm her, you can't do nothing for her. Absolutely a unit that is immune to this. And you can't, it's not like she gains control immunity. She gains Stillness of Soul, which is including control immunity in it, and you can't dispel Stillness of Soul. That's why it is the most annoying buff that anybody could get. Okay. So in this state, Shalltear possesses both Evil Spirit and Loyal Soul abilities. Now, the cool thing about this, let's talk about it and why I would highly recommend to go to 4 stars. Let's read the 4-star effect. So, Shalltear enters Stillness of Soul state before the skill is cast at 4 stars. That means she can buff herself with both states and buff the entire lineup with both states. Without the 4 stars, she does the ultimate, then she buffs everybody with whatever she is on 1 buff, and then she gains the 2 buffs. Then the next round you need to do another buff for them so they get both buffs. So at 4 stars, you start with your ultimate, everybody get the both buffs, and she gets the both buffs, and you're safe defensively and offensively, and it will be absolutely fantastic for your lineup. This is why 4 stars is a must on her if you're building her as your main support, and I highly recommend for everybody, just grind for her to build her to 4 stars, or if you have the currency to get her to 4 star, as I will do by the end of the video, do that so, okay? So, that is Stillness Soul will grant both buffs with all allies, including herself. So at 6 stars, and this is a very hard investment to get her to 6 stars, for whales, it's worth it. Now, if you're a whale and watching this, absolutely get her to 6 stars. You're gonna get damage boost multiplied, and you're gonna get also crit damage boost multiplied, and your entire lineup might get it with a 30% fixed chance. So it grants damage boost and crit damage boost to the primary target for 2 rounds, okay? So damage boost to 30% and crit damage by 30%. It means even if you build somebody on crit rate and you give it to the primary target, which is, let's say, somebody like Momon, he's 100% crit rate, so he will crit. You're gonna give him 30% extra crit damage. Now you're gonna buff this crit damage that you gave him by 30% and all of his damages by another 30% damage boost. It means you're gonna be a beast of a monster with her. She will buff everybody. Now, why I would say on a full lineup of counter for whales, this would be huge, because you're gonna have a 30% fixed chance to boost everybody's damage and crit damage, plus you're gonna give them both of the buffs. It means you're gonna give them the Evil Spirit power. If it's 3 stacks, you're gonna give them 30% attack boost as well, or you're gonna give them at least 10%, so they're gonna hit like a truck even when they counter, plus they're gonna do extra 25% magical damage. That will allow your entire team, even your tanks, your healers, your buffers, on your lineup to deal insane amount of damages that you'd never seen before in the game so far until this day on global, okay? Or an SEA, because this is the only unit that enables a lineup right now with so much buffs the other unit that buffs everybody, I guess it's Pandora's Actor, but it needs a lot of time to ramp up. This one buffs them massively and buffs them by her attack, and you build her on attack. So she's more reliable, she's more consistent than any other buffer in the game. Now, at level 2, level 3, and level 4, she gains extra, she buffs her shields, and instead of 76%, it goes to 100% at level 4, and the cooldown reduced to -1. It means every 3 rounds she can do that, and you're gonna gain the buff for 2 rounds. Now, one of the sets that you can play on her, which is Vertmari set, you might have a chance to reduce the cooldown of one skill randomly, and it might be the ultimate, so you can spam it again after 1 round or after 2 rounds, depending on your RNG. Now, if you want to go and build her on something really good, because she buffs your EP and your ER, depending on your ER, and she works on attack, I would say build her on Maxime set with substats of attack, and if you can ER, which will help her a lot. Magical damage, you don't care about magical damage. You might care a little bit about maybe some stats and defense and stats of HP, just for her to not be wiped, but you're not gonna wipe her easily because she gives herself also shields. It means she'll be a shieldy unit. She will be tanky as hell, especially if you play another tank on the lineup. That's a GG, like they can't even touch you. Plus you can't single target her. And in AoE, she can't be primary target. She's an anti-primary skill utility target on any lineup. Let's talk about her Arc Light. I love her Arc Light. Her Arc Light is decent because it gives her an extra turn, enabling her ultimate again. Let's talk about it. So every 4 times, and it can go, and I will show you the maximum for it. Every 4 times, Shalltear takes an action. It means first time, you go do your ultimate. Then you do your second skill. Then your first skill. Now you need to do your ultimate, or you need to do another skill again. When you do it, that's the 4th turn. You get a free extra turn back to back. You can do another spell back to back, which is huge. So she gains an extra turn, and each action increases her attack by 5% and it goes up to 15%. This is at 1 star. At 5 or at 6 stars, by 10% goes up to 30%. It means after 3 actions, you're gonna gain the 30% extra on attack. So building her on fully attack on a set that is mainly on attack, like a star set, let's say, or let's say Thunder set that buffs her with 15% attack or 20% attack, you don't need that actually, because she buffs herself if you get her Arc Light. Plus she buffs herself with the passive, as we said, as 12% and goes up to 18%. So she's huge. She's good on attack. She's like, homie, hey, I'm good on attack. Just give me high ER. Give me a little bit maybe of speed, maybe defense and HP. I'll be good, and I'm good. I'll be covering you. I'll be good with you. This is how good this character is. Should you summon for her, at least get 1 copy and 100% go and try to get her Arc Light. The Arc Light is super important for her. So if you got a copy of her, you can stop and farm her forever, right? But if you didn't get her Arc Light, it's a little bit harder because you need to dismantle a lot of Arc Lights to go and buy another Arc Light from the shop. What I'm gonna do is try to buy her Arc Light first, and whenever I can and I have the chance, I go more for her Arc Lights because the 30% buff on attack is really, really huge. Here we go. Now we have, of course, rated up Nigun, which is decent, was decent early game, still a good character. I love Nigun. Hamsuke, one of the best SR units in the game. I need copies, I think, of him. I think he's not 6 star for me, so, or she's not 6 star for me. I need it. And if I get Lizard, that's good for my collection. So we have 20 here, we have 33k. Hopefully we can get it. The pity is at 80 because we got a character before. I'm gonna let it go through first time, and next time I'm gonna skip until we get it. Hopefully we can have a copy of her. If I get shafted, I don't have a problem, okay? But don't give me Aura. Oh my god, first multi. Don't give me Aura. Don't give me Mari. Please, anybody else. Shaft me, but anybody else. Okay, Valkyrie Shalltear. Done. Okay, no, I love it. From the first multi, Valkyrie Shalltear, I'm okay with that. I'm not sad, I'm happy. Now, we're gonna get Valkyrie Shalltear. We're gonna get the new Shalltear. Please give it to me early. Do not shaft me, okay? This is Nigun. Okay, we're gonna do 10 by 10. Okay, don't shaft me, give it early. Okay, don't get me to 80, please. I don't want to go to 80. I got it back to back. This game never gave me the unit that I want immediately. We always get shafted. Check all my videos, always getting shafted. But hey, it's fine, it's fine. This time I didn't get Aura. Oh my god, I'm so happy I didn't get shafted by Aura again. Okay, PTSD too much. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Honyopeyoko. Let's do the sharing. Now, I want to go for another copy, but I'm so like afraid to get shafted. So I'm gonna hold on right now. Maybe I'll do that later on stream. That's 1 copy of her. Perfect. Now we go for her arc light. Yes, sir. I have 31 to her arc light and 50 to go. So that's not so far. So please give me the arc light immediately. Please, and we can share again. Give me more diamonds. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Return. Please give it to me now, okay? Okay, 30. If I let the animation go, would you give me the arc light? But I don't want to dismantle too much. Come on, game. Come on, Shalltear. Okay, this is not an S. This is an S. Go, Shalltear. All right, so we draw the F. Don't shaft me. Do not do it, game. Do not do it. And we did get this share. Okay. Wow. That's a W. That's a W. That's a 100% W. Oh my god. That was the smoothest summons for me. Oh my god. You don't know how much. If you watched my channel, if you watched how much I got shafted by summoning characters, you'd understand what I'm talking about. We got her. Finally, she's here. Absolutely a beautiful character. I was waiting, saving a lot of resources for her, and here we go. What I will do is get her to level 100. I think I have level 100 for her, okay? So immediately get her to level 100 and go for her skills. Can we upgrade her skills? I think I can go for her skills maximum, right? So first of all, which is this passive? Is it this passive? This is nullify defense, which is huge, but this one is the most important. Soul power stacks up 3 times. This is what I want to go for first. Yes, I do have these. I saved a lot. I swear I saved a lot. So here we go. That's 10. Bam. Her passive is unlocked. Great. Now, I need her first skill at level 4, right? At level 4, it gives me turn meter. Which one gives you the turn meter boost? The turn meter at level 4. So this is not 4. Level 4 is this one here. Oh no, this is not it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to get it here to get it to level 4. Okay, I might wait on this one. I might wait. I go for the ultimate first. Of course I have all of these. Of course you're not gonna let me grind them because I already have them. I saved a lot, trust me guys. This is what you should do when you were waiting for a character. Save and get them back. Okay, great. And now I need to go for the ultimate for the bigger shields. I think I can go and max this one. Hopefully I can max this one. I got everything here. Here, are we ready? Yes, we are. And 2 RS6. So I am good, right? I can max her out. Let me check. Okay, we need 7 hearts. I have 4. Okay, maybe I can't max her out yet. So let me check. Can I get her to here? I think here is the... No, 4. Okay, maybe here. Maybe here is good. So I can do this. And I can do this. Wow. The resources that I saved for two months, I'm just dropping them immediately like this. Yeah, I'm gonna do it later. I need 1, 2, 3 more hearts. 3 more hearts and she's gonna be completely farmed for me because I need the -1 cooldown. So her passives are good. Her skill at level 4, this is the turn meter. I already have the turn meter. So all I need is to get 3 more hearts and get her to the maximum and she's gonna be done. And of course they're gonna give you a little bit of rewards here because you unlocked her, you summoned her, and we have her arc light. Let me check the arc light. I think 500. You need 500 for her arc light, right? So here we go. Equip and upgrade. I'm gonna lock it. It needs 500 gold to max it out. I need to farm the resources. I'm gonna do them later. Okay, I slept on the resources. Here we go. I built Shalltear. Now, what's the best relic for her? The best relics. Okay, let's talk from here. Okay, first of all, can we do this and go all? Okay, so she's gonna be here. Let me give her a favorite. Now, how do you farm shards for her? Just hit the profile, click bond, and go and give her gifts. Okay, it will send you immediately to your mansion. In your mansion, you go and build her up. Okay, so you're gonna go here and you're gonna give her the gifts that she wants. She loves these gifts. So, and make sure that before you hit the gifts that you're above 600. Okay, above 60%, it will guarantee you. Let me go to the 1000. Who cares, man? Okay, and if you're walking, if you don't know how to go there, it's here in the archives. You can go and absolutely go to the bond center and you can get her up and up. So you're gonna go and check Shalltear. Where are you, baby? We just got you. Okay, you should be here. Here we go, mask Shalltear. So now I'm gonna go and try. So 31, 30, 29, 29, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, still 24. You see, this is how it goes. Now, if you do it a lot, it will drain of your heart. So you need to keep in mind that you need to keep the heart above 600 or 60%, what we say. So you can get the double effect of getting more EXP, or not. You can get double here, the amount, or you cannot spend, or you don't spend these. Okay, so this gives me plus 15. Let's go fast. And it's still 19, 19, 19, which is really good. And here we go. We got a small story. We're gonna go and talk. I press here a lot because for pressing here will let it go. And yep, and we claim. And here we go. We got 10 shards of her. We get some diamonds. Absolutely beautiful. You can continue and do all the rest, and I'll do them later and continue. You get 30 shards here. Now you need, I think, 10 more shards, and you get her to 4 stars. Let me check the 4 stars. I want to be correct with this one. So we're gonna be, so your Valkyrie, here we go. Now this one. So at stars, if we're gonna go stars, so I got 10, another 10, and she's gonna get a half or quarter of a star, and another 20, so I will get 20 more. So she's gonna be here, then I will need to farm 30 more shards. 30 more shards. Every day you're gonna farm 3 shards, let's say, from the dispatch. It will get you 3 shards, so for 10 days, that's 30 shards. And that's it. So 10 days of farming, and I'm gonna get her to 4 star. Now, if you don't wanna wait, you go and summon and get another star on her. And this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it later, guys, because I don't wanna bore you up. And here, Valkyrie Shalltear. Did she? Yes, okay. Finally, she's 5 stars for me. Now she's super viable. Look at the 5 stars. Reduces the target's turn meter by 20% upon hitting with her second skill. Absolutely beautiful. Her second skill now reduces turn meter for my enemies. Yay! Finally, I got her. Wow, my god. And don't forget, these also help you on the Unleash. Now, if you are unlucky and you didn't get her Arc Light, okay? Let's say you didn't get the Arc Light, you don't have diamonds, you don't have other materials. Go to your backpack, go to your Arc Lights, assemble the Arc Lights that you don't need, or the Arc Lights that you didn't 6-star, make them 6-star first, then sell them. Now, if you make them 6-star, all the R characters, I made them 6-star. So I can hit like this and do dismantle. I can select all of these R characters. Make sure that they are only the R characters, because sometimes you need the SR to make them 6 stars. I get 29 points, which is huge. Now, when you get these points, you go to their exchange. In the exchange, here we go. We can go to Starlight Exchange. I think Stardust Exchange. I need 3 more. I have it, already have it. So you can go. Now, you will not find it if you don't have the character. When you own the character, which is not limited. This is why Idol Shalltear and Maiden Love Albedo are not here. But the other characters, all of them, when you own 1 copy of them, you can have access to their Arc Light from the shop. When you get 300, you buy their Arc Light and you're set and ready to go. And yeah, that's basically it. This is all it. Let me know if you have any other questions. I know you want to ask what are the sets to play on her. Again, I will highly recommend, do not play any sets on her, okay? Except Maxime set. It's the most perfect set for her. Absolutely, because you want that ER, okay? If I want to play anything on her, I would go for Maxime set. First of all, Maxime set, it cleanses. There's like, you will 100% or gain 70% chance to cleanse, or 100% with the sparkle. It means when it's prism. So if you have 3 pieces of this rainbow gear, it's not legendary, not epic when it's prism. If you have 3 sets of it, you're gonna 100% remove every single action that you do without dealing damage, or every single chance that she does anything with her, because you will not hit the enemies most likely. You're gonna give shields. She's gonna cleanse 1 debuff, which is huge, okay? Plus it will give you bonus 30% ER. 30% ER is huge. Let me show it on her, because they don't show the stats and the numbers here. So let me put this. This video is going long because this is how important this unit is. I want you all to know and understand, because people are not showing all of these perfectly. It does say here 70%. Okay, so if we're gonna click on this now, you're gonna get 20% ER with set bonus. It means if you have 3 parts of it, you're gonna get 30%. Same as Crush Lulu. Let me give her Crush Lulu 1 so I can show you the potential. It's on preset. Show you the potential of the set, how it looks. Where is Crush Lulu? Here we go. This is the set. Bam. Now, how does she look for me? This is the attributes. She have 58% ER. Now, of course, I can build her even more on ER because I don't have substats ER. Crush Lulu has a lot of ER on herself, on her own. which is huge, okay? She has crit rate also on this set, which is good. It means she can crit with her first skill. Absolutely fantastic. Now, the relics here, as you see, it's not built for Crunchyroll perfectly, but it can be perfect for other people. Speed, maybe you don't need it. Magical defense, maybe you don't need it, but if it rolls, it rolls. You need here to have at least ER. You need ER here to be found, okay? And if you can find attack as well, that would be super helpful. I would put attack here. Here also, or HP also can help. So here we have ER at 14%, we have HP, that helps it have a little bit of attack. I might switch this for her. Here we have defense. Reduction to damage is always helpful. If you find it, good job, keep it. And here, what do we have? Reduction to damage at S, absolutely beautiful as well. But we need a little bit of ER and attack. I think I will roll for her a different set. But so far, looking good with this set. I can keep it. It has speed, so she's at 210. It means she's also speedy. I think she's on honoring shot here. Am I crazy? What is this one? Endless cycle on HP. Okay, honoring shot EP at 5 star. It means if I roll it one time honoring shot, I can get the 4 speed as well, and she gets to 214. Now I'm gonna give this one to Crush Lulu. Maybe take only the mask here, because the mask has attack, it has ER, has HP, has speed, which is really, really nice. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. This is the showcase of Shalltear, the summons, and the arc light, and what is the best set. In my opinion, you can play alchemy set, okay? It gives her bonus HP, it can buff attack and buff defense. You don't care about that. Actually, your buffs are way important. You need a little bit of sustainability or buffing, or the buffs that you give, it will be more important. So if you can build her on ER, more ER the enemy, your lineup will take. It means you're not gonna be stunned, taunted, or frozen at all. And this is what I will do actually, and I will play her on a lineup just to troll my enemies. And yeah, that was it for the video. I'll be seeing you in the next one.